Hello and welcome to the Saintly Sounder, your source for all things FIFA. Today I have a new segment called Head to Head. That's where I look at a position in particular in a specific league and try to break down what might be the best option for you. Today is Head to Head Serie A left backs. Patrice Evra, Domenico Quito, and Jose Holebas are the candidates today. Let's see how they stack up. First off, I want to address what might be a criticism is that there's no Zuniga or Armero. I'm going to discount them because height-wise they're a little smaller, which kind of plays against silvers. I wanted to keep only one silver in the list because it's not as popular to include silver backs. Their links are a little bit limited. At least with Holebas you get the links to Manolas or Castan. Their cost is almost 6 times that of Holebas as well. Strength isn't that big of a factor for them. And ultimately I chose Holebas over all of them, not only because I like him, but he seems to be the happy medium between height, strength, and pace, and cost out of all the silvers. So here are our finalists in order of what I think of them. Starting from the left, Holebas is by far my favorite left back so far. I include Quito because he is a good option, although he does require that you have probably a Marquisio, El Shawari, and Chiellini Barzagli to make him fit into just about any squad. But I included him there because he is quite popular as a left-back substitute for a Serie A team. And then, of course, there's Patrice Evra, who's basically everyone's fallback. He's got good links, good defensive ratings, although his pace and height can hurt him quite significantly. Alright, up first, no spoilers, this is the winner of the competition. Left back Holebas silver, he's going for about 7,000 coins now. I got a good deal for him. I've played 70 games. He has 8 assists. When your wingback averages more than 1 assist every 10 games, it is very, very good. He's tall at 6 foot. He's got 85 pace, which is also very good. His passing, although is a little bit low, his shooting is very good for a left back. His dribbling is okay. His defense is a little lower than the other 2 options, but physically, he's a match for anyone. He's got good stamina and good strength. Alright, so just a quick breakdown. That way you can compare guys. You can see what kind of strength. Maybe you need more defense, so maybe Quito or Evra might be an option for you. But overall, I think Holebas is the best. I give him an 8.3 out of 10. He's a very, very solid left back, especially in a league that doesn't have many. His pace, he feels faster than 85. He can track down just about everyone. I've had absolutely no problems in that department. Strength, again, no problems. He can more than handle every winger in the game. He maybe has a little bit of trouble against super strong strikers like Diego Costa, but other than that, you can't ask for too much more from a left back. Heading, again, he's 6 foot. I don't think he's lost a header for me, although he doesn't get challenged very often. When he does, he tends to come out on top. As an attack-minded guy, he does get the assists in. He's left-footed. He can whip in across fairly well. I was quite impressed by him. His pace allows him to get up and down the field very well. And just defensively, although I was impressed with him, I have to say I have seen better defending out of wingbacks in the game. He can be caught ball watching at times, so just be aware of that. I think it's above average anyway, but just to be careful, he is a silver. He doesn't have the greatest marking stats, and sometimes it can show. Alright, up next is Domenico Quito. Although he's in the Russian league, because he is Italian and there's so many Italian options to choose from in the Serie A, I include him as an option at left back. His pace feels faster than the cards suggest. He is tall, and as you can see, he's gotten plenty of assists for me. He's an option that you may want to consider if you like golds, if you like the cheap price, if you like height out of your defenders, and you still want a little bit more defensive cover than you might get with Holebas. Overall, I'd say he's solid, if albeit unawe-inspiring, but a decent option for any team. Alright, so if Holebas got a B, Quito gets a B-, 8 out of 10. His pace, he feels a little bit slower. Overall, nothing that's a deal breaker or anything. Just be aware that he's not as pacey. Strength-wise, again, he matches up very strongly against just about any winger and most strikers. His attacking is worse than Holebas. He doesn't get up into the attack as well. He can feel a little bit more stiff on the ball for whatever reason. So I rate him a little bit lower. Again, in comparison to what you're going to see with Evra, though, he is a lot better at attacking. And heading, I don't know what it is. I think he's got to be close to pushing 6'1", because he is, again, very decent in the air. He doesn't lose too many aerial challenges, although I did find that when he does lose them, he loses them at the worst times. I don't know why. That's just my experience with him after 300 games. Defending, very solid. He makes up where Holebas doesn't there. He's a lot more often in the right position, although, again, for some reason, he's got a habit of things going horribly wrong, but overall he's very, very strong. He does have those EA AIDS moments, but it is a little bit, just a tad bit better than Holebas. And lastly, it's the man everyone normally settles for if you're not trying to think too much when you're making your squad. As you can see, he does not whip in balls very well. He's not an offensive factor going forward, despite having comparable card stats. I think that's all down to the pace. Although his defense is solid, he is short. He does have decent strength, but again, when you're that small, sometimes things can happen, especially when you don't have the pace to make up for it. Overall, I think he's a guy that I use when I have to. I don't want to, but he's there. He has hyperlinks to Pogba. Overall, by far the least favorite of the three. He's adequate, I would say, at best. Alright, so the final breakdown for Patrice Evra is a little harsh. I give him overall a C. For my style, my playing style, I ask my backs to do a lot. So I give him a C based on me. You may find it different. Pace-wise, you definitely feel that his pace is a little bit slower against the super pacey, super elite players like Bale, or if you end up against a guy, Neymar on that side, you could run into a lot of problems. Against pace, he is very weak, especially if you aren't very good at defending. Strength-wise, 7.8 out of 10. If you can get close, he doesn't tend to have too many problems, but again, his size and his lack of pace means you have to get the timing just right, otherwise he could get bullied off the ball by stronger wingers and attackers. Attacking, he is not very good. I was kind of shocked at how poorly he did. He started off hot with 2 assists in his first 10, and then he really tailed off. He just doesn't have the pace to get up and back, up and down the field as much as you would like. For being only 5'8", he heads the ball quite well, but again, he is only 5'8", and although he has good jumping, against guys like Cahill on corners, if EA just decides to screw you over, it's going to happen, and there's not too much you can do about it. It's a problem that you don't have to worry about with Holobos and Quito that is a part of Evra's game. Alright, so for pure tackling, though, he is good. He's the best of the bunch. I give him an 8.4 out of 10, although his pace and strength kind of let him down in a way that the others don't. As a pure tackler, as a pure ball winner, as long as the guy's not super physical, you're going to have a lot of success. And if you just want a guy to sit back, you don't require him to get up as much, he's a much better option than Radu. And a slightly better option than Holobos or Quito. Alright, so if you found this at all interesting or helpful, like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. I'm on Twitch at the Saintly Sounder. I try to do semi-nightly broadcasts there. I'm on Twitter at the Red Death 329. If you have player suggestions, who do you want to see heads up next? Let me know. If you have suggestions about this heads up, let me know in the comment section or on my Twitch feed. Until next time, see you on the pitch.